The world is a strange place where there are endless possibilities. Carlos has witnessed this firsthand himself. He has seen things that no other has ever seen and dealt with unexplainable situations. Upon taking the suggestion of the medium, Carlos decided to have a seance in his home. A seance that went completely wrong. Jimena the medium ended up in the hospital after something took complete control of her body. But that wasn't the worst. The worst mistake they made that night was standing up from the table without ending the seance. Everyone knows that nothing good can come from ending abruptly the connection with the undead, because that will only leave a bigger opening for them to enter the world of the living. A bigger opening that the spirits that were haunting Carlos took.
Todavía he estado muy tranquilo y realmente quiero alejarme de este tema, pero hay una niña fuera de mi cuarto y me está llamando, diciéndome que quiere jugar conmigo. Están moviendo muebles, azotando ventanas y puertas.
There is no electricity.
Que llevo varios minutos intentando marcar a la caseta de vigilancia, ya no hay ningún ruido. Pero vean cuando le marco a mi papá. Mi papá no está aquí en la casa. Y vean lo que pasa.
My dad's phone is ringing outside my room. He isn't even here.
Mari. Federico. ¿Dónde estás? Hay una puerta abierta.
Carlos is all alone. Mari and Federico are nowhere to be found. These are the consequences of not finishing the seance. What Carlos saw while checking around the house will shock you. There is a kid with a blanket. What would you do if you saw what seems to be a small-like child roaming around your home in the middle of the night?
Acaban de prender la luz.
Watch as the child evaporates into thin air. After it did leave, so did all the activity. It is as if it wanted to give Carlos a warm welcoming. Or at least, that is what it wanted us to believe. Carlos would later receive a terrifying message from his grandma. I have just received this message from my grandma. Carlitos, your friends have arrived. They are waiting for you. Siti, I am not waiting for anyone. Please do not open the door for anybody. I am on my way. Don't open, please. As of recently, we are starting to see more of the cult. There is no doubt in my mind that the people at her house are the people in the cult, and they are certainly not there for a courteous visit.
Yo voy camino a casa de mi abuela. Estaré llegando en unos 8 o 10 minutos. Llevo llaves para entrar a la casa.
There is a Rolls Royce parked at my grandma's house. What the F? I am inside.
¡Siti! ¡Siti!
¡City!
Cyrano, el gato de mi abuela, está aquí, en la sala. Miren cómo se mueve el candil. City,
No te conozco.
soy tu nieto, el hijo de Meche, Carlitos.
No te conozco. ¿Quién eres? ¿Cómo entraste?
Soy el hijo de Meche.
¿Cómo? ¿Cómo? No sé quién eres. ¿Por qué estás aquí?
His grandma is suffering some sort of amnesia. She doesn't remember Carlos. The people obviously did some sort of ritual on her. Carlos, terrified by what is going on, goes upstairs where he shares his confusion and distress since the car is still parked outside, indicating that they are still somewhere in the house. When looking around, he noticed the pictures on the wall had all the faces of the woman scratched out. While looking around, he began to hear noises coming from another room.
¡City! ¡City!
Luis, the security of the house complex, just called me to tell me that there is a Rolls Royce saying they are there to visit me. I am going to my house. The car is no longer here. I stopped. There are a lot of people in the middle of nowhere making a circle with candles. I just called 911. If I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I feel like at this point he's just reaching. I mean, a loved one could have possibly died and they were just there trying to say goodbye and that's why they had all the candles. I mean, to me, they do not really look like people from a cult if I'm being completely honest. Oh, and one more thing to add before we continue on. Can y'all believe his ass really left his grandma there like that? Bro, like, I am really mind blown. Like, what kind of grandson is he? Like, for real, she has amnesia and is clearly not acting right, and instead he hides upstairs because he's scared instead of trying to keep her safe and get her help. I don't know, man. And he leaves her there. Like I said, he didn't take her to go get like help or anything. Like, what is going on? To me, this is honestly unbelievable. Like, this is insane. Who leaves their grandma like that? I am with Luis, the security. They left some toys and a lot of cards. There is electricity now, and the walls have writing on them. I don't want to play with them. Whatever happened in this house a couple years ago is not related to me in any way. Please continue your path and God bless you. The little that is left of night, I will be spending at a hotel. Tomorrow morning, I will visit my grandma during the day and talk to her. I am at my grandma's house. They said she went out for breakfast with a friend. At least he had the decency to go back and check up on her after abandoning her the night before. While she was out with her friends for breakfast, he looked around the house until she got back home. She told me that she's going to change because she feels really uncomfortable. She has recognized me and everything is back to normal now. My grandma says that she was painting this the whole night. I haven't told her anything and I asked the people who know her to not tell her what happened. I don't want to scare her. His grandma is well and has zero recollection of what occurred, which is probably the best for her. But now Carlos has to face a new reality, that not only he is a target, but his loved ones as well. I have a lot to do today. Buy cameras for my grandma's house. The medium has asked me to buy toys for a dead girl. This feels really odd. It feels so strange having to buy toys for a dead girl that apparently was abandoned at my house. So now we know what the activity from his house has been coming from. It is from the little girl who had been abandoned in his house years prior. Maybe in Carlos's and the medium's mind, the toys will help gain the entity's trust. The first toy that Carlos decided to leave is a coloring book for the entity. He decided to leave it at the entrance, and almost instantly, Rispa started to bark and actually laid on its back as if someone was in front of him to scratch his stomach. Carlos double-checked to make sure nobody was inside his home. Upon watching Rispa act strange and not go upstairs, he decided to take the book away and burn it in the morning. Carlos wanted to hear his viewers' opinions, so asked if he should stay home or head out to the hotel. The majority said hotel, but Carlos had different plans. We will stay home until tomorrow. Lord, the TV turned on with this video and volume all the way up. Rispas could feel the energy was off, so that caused him to act up once again. I am turning on all the lights.
¿Quién? ¿Quién está ahí?
No hay absolutamente nadie. Ahora que vuelvan a tocar, les enseño. Tres opus. ¿Qué pasa?
When looking around his home, he noticed something that shocked him. On the living room floor, I had left it in a drawer in the kitchen. If nobody is there, then who could have possibly opened it? Could it have been the little girl, or is the cult lurking around and playing mind games with Carlos?
Soy Carlos Name, esta es mi casa. Tienes que irte, por favor. Ve con los tuyos, sigue tu camino.
He may believe his pleading will help, but the reality is, he did all the wrong things. He made the situation worse, and now a simple plead won't help. While he was documenting for his story, he didn't realize he posted something truly disturbing. So disturbing, Instagram took it down. A viewer replied to a story and said, "Hey, look, on your story, it was recorded. That, Carlos." Carlos responded, "Yes, it was, and they deleted it. Warning announcement, I left my house." Whatever was captured on the video must have been so horrifying to the extent of Carlos leaving his home. Whatever was captured will remain a mystery to those who followed the story late. At least we know that the paranormal is in connection with something that occurred prior and not the cult. The little girl ghost does not seem to like Carlos, judging by the message left on the wall and the activity that has been occurring. It is definitely going to drive him out slowly, and the worst is yet to come. As for the cult, we could see that they are not just a danger for Carlos, but his whole family as well. What they did to his grandma is unexplainable. They completely made her lose sense of reality. Just seeing their capabilities is truly horrifying. We still yet have to figure out what they want from Carlos. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, and also don't forget to subscribe with post notifications on so you are notified when I update your favorite stories. Trust me, you are not going to want to miss out on the update because it's going to get serious really quick. Plus, I mean, there's so many amazing real stories and ARG stories that are going to come out, so you do not want to miss it. Stay tuned. I will see you guys in the next video.